Hello, internet world. Daniel the Wizard here with the Driftwood podcast. Just doing a live stream. So Mason Williams is supposed to hop on over here and join us at some point. Um, I really wasn't as organized as I should have been getting this together, so I appreciate Mason's patience with getting this together. I know sometimes it seems like I have my head up my ass with what I'm doing, but you know, we figure it out even. But anyways, so yeah, we're live. I didn't really I didn't really come up with any topics to talk about. Just I was, just wanting to get Mason on really to just chat, just to, you know, just to chat. So I guess we're winging it. But I don't know. I think I always wing it. I never really know exactly how it's gonna go. I may have like intentions or whatever, but that's not usually how it goes. Sometimes I'll get off on this little riff and just talk about whatever. I decided to change my light for this live stream. I figured maybe get more of an evening feel because that other light, that other light's really bright. Um, it's a little too bright for me sometimes. Bright lights bother me. But then I want to wear sunglasses. But whatever. So let's see. What can we talk about until something else comes along? So today I was trying to live my life with the mind of I get to do instead of I have to do. Like I have the opportunity to do this or deal with this, whatever. Let me be honest with you, I had a fantastic day. I kept, saying to myself with everything that I was doing, it's like I get to do this, I get to do that. And it was super dope, honestly. I don't know, I felt like I got to experience the things that were going on in a much different way than I normally do. Because sometimes some of these things feel like a burden to do, like constantly having to clean after kids. I guess I don't have very good internet service right now. That's problematic. Hmm. But anyways, I was trying to view the day as like I get to do these things, and like honestly, it was fun. It was nice. It was a pleasure to do all of the things that I had to do today. And I think days like today normally would have like maybe maybe like made my day kind of hard. I mean, because like I said, sometimes these things become a burden, but I don't know. Like I said this morning in my live stream, I was going to try to have the approach of like I get to do these things. Like, oh man. So like even the problems. So I philosophize that maybe even the problems that we have, like, is if we take them on as like, man, I get to face these problems. Like I have the opportunity to affect to do something here. It's a much more empowering mindset than, oh fuck, why is this happening to me? And I'll stand by that. Hmm. I don't know, just some thinks on the day with the approach that I was trying to have. I think it was successful. Like I said, I started my day out trying to replicate the things, in the past that I've been really taking note of that like help give me like a little bit of confidence or help me have a good mindset for the day, make me feel productive. And so I did the yoga this morning. I went on a walk. That's 2 days in a row I went on a walk. So I've never really done like a morning walk before everybody's awake. But I actually think I really enjoy that. I've never really even thought about doing it, except for the other morning when I couldn't sleep and I was out in my truck at like 4 a.m. doing a live stream. There was a guy that I see walking in the afternoons. He was walking in the morning. And I thought to myself, like, man, he's just like committed. It's like, I wonder if he walks all day and I just only catch him in the evening. But he walked that morning and then that evening I seen him walking again. So uh yeah, I don't know. I think there's something valuable there. Something valuable. I had another thought. Got it. So usually like a normal show, they would have like notes, right? And they would have bullet points of the subjects and the topics that they would want to address and talk about, or maybe even like a comedian or something would have like a set, like a show that they would do, like going out and they would rehearse these things. And maybe I should do more of that. Maybe I should. Or maybe I should continue trying to develop what it is, this honest, this natural approach to it. Because like I said, I try to be honest with a lot of things. I'm just rambling now. I'm just talking to talk. Maybe I'm gonna sit silent. Made some jerky. So those of you that don't know, or that maybe do know, James Percival has been on here a couple times. He has a barbecue rub called Barnyard, Percy's Barbecue Barnyard. I made some jerky today, and I made some of it with his. I think my headphones are messing up, but I made it with his seasoning, and I loved it. I haven't tried any of it yet. I haven't tried a single piece. I let the kids try it. The kids all really like. So I made three different kinds. So I made the stuff with the barnyard blend, and I made a black pepper and wild onion, and then I made lemon pepper. And so I soaked them in for 30 minutes in diluted lemon juice, or not lemon juice, lime juice. So my wife liked it so much. I was like, "Is it good enough to like maybe write the recipe down and put it on the website?" And she goes, "Yeah." So I'm gonna make some more with the Percy's barbecue blend, or Percy's barnyard blend, and then I'm gonna make an actual recipe for it, and I'll put the recipe of what I did on the Driftwood podcast website, so that way, if you guys want to try it, you just go there, follow the directions, and make you some a jerky. Because look, you can make jerky in the oven as well. Um, Takes a little while because gotta keep it on low heat. I've never done it in the oven though. I just know that you can. I won't put directions on there for any of it because I don't know how to do that. But yeah, I haven't tried any of the jerky. I don't know. I just wanted to make it. I didn't really want to eat it. Maybe to see if I could. Maybe I already know that I can. Maybe it was just like a bit of an ego stroke for myself. No, it was. I still don't know how it turned out. I haven't tried it. I don't know if it's good. Everybody might just be being nice to me, because my family tries to be supportive. Oh, also, I decided to enroll in college, so I enrolled in community college. Got accepted today. I don't really feel like that's a big accomplishment because I was accepted as a transfer from a different community college that I used to go to. Um, oh man, yeah. So I'm gonna try to take some more courses. I'm gonna try to learn some more about psychology in the academic setting. Because I've done my own studies. I've not like actual studies, but I've 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 looked into things of my on my, and then I've talked to people about some of those things. But maybe that needs to be challenged by a traditional approach, the traditional view. because I don't know anything if I know anything at all. Wow, I'm really kind of somber this evening. What do you guys want to talk about? I'm not going to talk about the stuff that's going on in Ukraine and Russia probably because I don't know anything about it. I watch and I try to pay attention, but I don't know anything. I have no thoughts on it really, other than it does create some issues here, maybe. But politics, not really too into discussing politics, mostly because I don't really know that much about politics. I feel like most of them are liars, and so you know, it's hard to let go of that judgment to talk about those things. And I don't subscribe to a side of politics. I think just politics are politics. I don't know much about them. So other than those two things, really, I don't really have. I won't also probably talk about the stupid coronavirus because I don't know shit about that either. Everything is so confusing. Wear a mask, don't wear a mask, whatever. Get a vaccination, don't get a vaccination. Do what you got to do with the information you got. That's all I know. What does it take to be better than you were yesterday? Like if I wake up today in the morning and I want to be better today than I was yesterday, what are some things that I can look at for myself to be able to make improvement? How do I get better today than I was yesterday? What are the things that should consider? I should consider the types of interactions that because I think that's a good spot to start. Like if you think back to your interactions, you look at your interactions that you've had, and you're just like, how were they? What was the nature of the interaction? What was the outcome of it? Something I'd think about. Yeah, let's talk about myself. Stuff's getting old. I don't really enjoy it all that much. Like it's cool sometimes, like when I'm motivated to talk about something specific. We literally just got back from baseball. So we had a couple kids with some baseball games tonight. And so I got here and I hopped out here and I hopped on the live stream. So like I said, I sent Mason a message letting him know that I was hopping on. Um, I think we got the time situation hammered out. He might have got tied up because I think he was doing some things kind of like I was. So, anyways, yeah, I made a post the day before yesterday, I think, and it said, "Once you realize you're not in the moment, you're in the moment." I thought that was pretty cool. Meant something to me. So once you realize, damn, I'm not in the moment, you just became like in the moment from that recognition. I think that that's powerful. I think that that's useful because if you're ever sitting around thinking, you're like, damn, I'm not present for what's going on. You're now present for what's going on because you just got yourself present. I think that that's So I have this broadcasting over on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. And I don't even really know anything about Twitch. I'd set it up because I intend to use it at some point, but I don't even know how the platform even works. YouTube, I don't really do much on there either. You know, I don't really seem to be so serious about this. If you look at the existence of it in the world, like if the expectation to create content, I'm definitely not doing that great of a job at promoting it. You know, maybe I'm just being lazy by doing just live streams. You know, I always talk about maybe talk about writing more, about doing more writing, but I just never do it. You know, I'm trying to be consistent in my life, and I'm trying to put things on my plate that challenge me, but also don't overwhelm me. And then like I want to be successful at this podcast. I want to be successful at doing a bunch of things, but like I get so lost in doing this, that, and another that like 3 days have gone by and I haven't even done anything for the podcast other than a live. And then like over a month of not releasing an episode, and then I released a live stream that James and I did the other day. You know, definitely seeing some areas of improvement needed. You know, a lot of these things, the consistency created with working with David and recording and stuff like that, we'd figured out a way to manage and make things happen continuously. And you know, as things change, figuring out how to overcome that stuff gets a little bit more challenging because you know you're considering the old things, but now there's new things considered because you've progressed further on in the thing. And though I may have progressed further on in the skill set or whatever, I may have taken steps back as far as the show production, the show value. You know? And that's one of the things. Like I never really wanted to just be a talker of myself, right? Just talking about myself. And I try to do the live streams to try to give an interpersonal look into like who I am and how I view things. You know, just to I guess to develop a level of trust with the listener. You know, I try to be as honest as possible on there. I don't expect anything in return. It's kind of turned into like a sounding board for myself. Like I always say, I watch them back. I try to anyways. I don't really cringe so much at it. I'm used to my voice. I'm used to the way that I look. I'm not really bothered by any of those things. The content I think suffers sometimes because some of the things that I say really lack substance. It's like it's generic. It sounds kind of generic, and that's the value that I find in conversation because if I'm talking to people, well, their expression of not understanding what was said allows an opportunity to immediately reevaluate. When you're talking on your own and you're just saying these things in a live stream, you know, it's not it's not rehearsed. It's really off the cuff. But I want to get better at the way that I think. And so like I don't want to shy away from that. But I think maybe sometimes I protect. I don't fully open up. I've been trying to be conscious of that and to intentionally state that about myself or to myself about what I'm doing. I want to expose the things that I think might be related, expose the things about myself that I think other people might find relatable. Because the more that I share of these things in my own personal life and the things that I'm doing, the more feedback that I get from the suggests that should continue doing. And I've also been getting more confident with like in these groups that I'm in with actually engaging with the people if I feel like I can offer them some insight to their thing that they're asking. And you know, I really just try to think about what value am I bringing before I interact or engage. And for a long time, that just means that I stood and stared and I really didn't interact or engage. But I felt myself over the last couple of days really diving in and engaging with some of these things. And I have realized the longer the message, the longer the comment, the less likely it is somebody's going to read it. A lot of people are lazy when it that's not fair. A lot of people don't take the time to take in what's there before responding. And I really think that that makes the conversation go nowhere. But maybe the value in me seeing that and watching it allows me to analyze that and not right because I feel like I see some of these people talking or engaging, and somebody says something, they take it disrespectfully, and I'm just like, man, I really try to view that situation, even if they meant to attack me, I'm just gonna fucking ignore it. And if there's still a relevant thing to discuss in the conversation, I'll just stay on that, like stay out of my emotions and my feels. Even if they are derogatory to me or whatever, you know. I think I don't know, I haven't really tested it. I think that I will stay on course. I intend to stay on course because I've really just feel like I've been analyzed. And a lot of these times that I felt like I've been being lazy, I really do stand back a lot and take in a lot of information. Now, sometimes you don't need to do that. That's not important. But I'm very analytical. I try to observe and comprehend what I'm thinking. It's like, I don't know. I don't even really know of an example. I was going to say something about um, projectile thrower, but all like that probably would be a good topic considering I don't want to get booted off of anything. See, now there's some censorship of myself because I'm concerned about getting booted because I don't want to say a trigger word, right? I don't think that that's I don't know, but I am using their platform to say some of the things that I'm saying, and it doesn't really change the things that I intend to talk about without not being able to say or not really discuss that thing. And I think if there's something important to say about it, I'll bring it up. But just to talk about for the sake of talking about, I don't really have anything. Um, so, but yeah, you know what, guys? I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna hop off of this live stream. Mason just messaged me. He's gonna be able to hop on a little bit later, so I'm gonna end this one and I'll come back on in about 30, 45 minutes. So I'll see you guys then. I'll actually maybe go ahead and set that up too. Thank you guys for watching this little 23-minute thing that I did. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in just a little bit later.